It's the Cable
All right, pack one, pick one here. I do not actually want a miscalc. Kind of a low power pack. I actually think Vista is totally reasonable. You could take Monolith. You could take Metamorph. Yeah, let's take Monolith. Hey, Asymptotic Ape, thanks for the sob. Thanks for 93 months. You have indeed found me. Yeah, slightly after 4. Usually I try to go live sometime between 3:30 and 4, but I was uploading some I had some animated emotes delivered to me. And so I was excited to pay for those and upload them and everything. Looking at Wheel of Fortune, thinking about Noble Hierarch. Let's take the Wheel. Noble Wheel Primetime would be interesting with the Grim Monolith start. Kind of an interesting pack. I'm big on Flage. We haven't really seen signs that white is open. Wheel of Fortune fills up the bin for the Flage too. Kind of nice. Some really solid black cards here. Show and Tell's a direction. Let's take the Flage. Yeah, if we'd taken the Show and Tell, we'd be on Portal now. With the Flage, I think we want the Marsh Flats. Aesop Florent. Yeah, we done Grief, we'd be on Demonic Tutor now. Black's been like weirdly open lately for me. I'm gonna take Voice of Victory out of this pack. Oh, interesting, Abe. You're on the Twitch mobile app and the new emotes aren't showing up for you when you type them, but you see them in the broadcast of the chat. Yeah, I see them just fine. It might just be that they literally just got uploaded, and that might self-correct. That's what I would assume anyway. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Sladness, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 36 months. Yeah, Grim Monolith just makes that Atali look a lot more castable, huh? Turn 4 by its lonesome. I think I just want the top. Taiga, potentially interesting. There's a couple of Monastery Mentor effects in the cube now. With King Mog and, actually Monastery Mentor. So a few different spots where, even though we're just Boros here, and the top could end up being pretty good. Refresh fixed it, makes sense to me. Think about Metamorph. Could line up well if we get Pyroglyph later. Got a belly full of chicken wings. Got a nice hot cup of Earl Grey here. You were just sitting on the Twitch homepage wondering when I was going to go live. It's now! I'm live now! Played some D&D today. Next week we're going to have this fun, I think we're going to have this fun joint session. The campaign that we're going through is the B side, the bunch of B quests, collected B quests and stuff. And then our DM has run it with another party, the main quest. So for our final battle, we're gonna have two groups of adventurers merging their combined power. Kind of a fun idea. Yeah, I'm looking at Gut here. The Tundra's interesting, if I'm serious about this show and tell. I'm not sure if I am, but it's there. Academy's also interesting. We're a little late for Academy, but it's very doable from this spot. I think I'm supposed to grab this Tundra. I think the show and tell's real. Talisman's interesting. You always want to do that. I was in a one-shot that did that. There was a Call of Cthulhu campaign at Gen Con that started with some absurd number of people, and it was held at a bar, and so we all got drinks along with our gaming for the afternoon. But we started with like 20 people or something, and they killed off 10 like almost immediately, like rapid fire. And then those 10 people went into the side room and became ghosts that were like manipulating our environment and had their own like mini thing. And then at the end, like the groups remerged. Kind of a fun idea. Looking at Stoneforge Mystics, Stock Up, and Chain Lightning. Maybe Xander's Lounge, huh? Nah. This is going to be another Palantir deck. Yeah, we're kind of moving away from Boros, right? A Crisis on Infinite Earth style event. So you bring in people from different but similar universes or something. I'm going to grab this Swords. Sword's too good to pass up there. Is Lightning Armory of One in this cube? I don't recognize it, so doubtful. If you were a ghost and forced to haunt someone, you would do scary stuff, but you'd be annoying, like leave your keys. Hide the keys. The worst kind of ghost. The key hiding. Oh, let's go random duel here. Mindstone a little tempting. We already have a clump at 3, so I don't really like the Coalition Relic. Hey, the Talisman came back. Nice. A Prismatic would be good here too, but I feel like we need a little bit of acceleration here. Wow, we're like almost a workshop deck. I'm gonna grab the City of Traders. Yeah, very possible I was supposed to like be a pile of artifact synergy cards after the end of that pack. That lane was open. We would have ended up with Academy and Workshops. And plenty of nice 3s for Workshops to power out. Library. No Moxen. That's what we really wanted. It was like Moxen, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, that sort of thing. Hell yeah, Ride or Die. Well, this can speed us up a little bit. The Lorien Revealed also tempting here. Both good for fixing. We do not have the blue count for Force of Will. I thought about Stoneforge in, I think it was in pack 1. Would have been good with that call to complete. Right now I'm looking at either Expressive Iteration or Jace. Worldspine Worm's a pretty good one to throw the breach out. I think I want Fable here. With some of that filter in, some of that fix in. I'm gonna grab that Grizzlebrand. That's a pretty good one to show and tell out. Yeah, the Mana Link's tempting. I'm gonna grab the Spire Bluff. Oliphant can, like, do some tutoring by getting the Thundering Falls, but then you're, like, investing mana into the Oliphant, right? This way you just have the fixing. Not a ton of blue cards here, which is nice. We're not going to have to play too many, like, basic islands in our Flage deck. Yeah, I actually want that Monastery Mentor, but we have so many 3s already. I think I'm supposed to grab Flame Slash here. Or maybe Otawara. I'm going to throw Moggen. We got a cut or 2 to make here, maybe like Paragon and Metamorph. Ooh, Lorien Revealed, Reprieve, and Basalt Monolith all here. I think I'm gonna grab that Lorien Revealed. It's pretty good fixing. Big old Jeskai mess. If I had Plateau in here, I'd be a little bit more excited about the Oliphant. But it's just getting another. It's getting it comes into play tap land. It's probably gonna be a smidge slow for me. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 red. Pretty good. Blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's pretty high for blue. We only have 3 blue cards. White is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could be 9, 9, 7. You have any white mana, so it's an easy bin. Throw the deck in the overlay real quick. Hey, 3-4's Christopher thinks the 89 months. Hell yeah. Yeah, dueling thundering falls. Yeah, you could Wheel of Fortune here and just have the cards for Flage next turn. I think I'd rather just cast the Athari next turn. No, like, real reason for me to play this fast currently. Opponent getting their loots on. Oh, shit! Hey, Webbleden, thanks for the sobbing, says 72 months. 6 years subscribed! Thanks for supporting. Oh, hey, we're getting an attack in. Nice. I thought there was a good chance of a counter there with a double blue up, but... Hey, it's Corey Duh. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 34 months. So when you bring Athari back, it comes into play tapped. So we're just going to pass the turn. Rebuy the opponent's EO team. Very annoying losing my Flage. So now if I bring back the Athari EOT, they Flage the Athari. That's probably fine, huh? Then I just get it back again. Pretty glad they didn't have a Seed Shark out while they were time walking. Yeah, I thought Lava Spur Boots, Lotus Petal was a little sketch. Just in terms of like Tinker plus Blightsteel. There's a reason that Rebel Token's back here. Although that wouldn't stop it, right? Because the Lava Spur Boots gets +1 power. Yeah, I guess the Rebel should have served. The only advantage to leading it back is if they kill the Athari, I can rebuy it at the end of turn. If they played like a sorcery speed removal. If they Liliana edicted me, I could sack the Athari and rebuy it, that sort of deal. Looks like it didn't matter. So we're going to bring in Metamorph. Opponent's doing some reanimatory things. The show and tell is a little scary, but I think they want to get their stuff into the graveyard. And we didn't see counters, so I'll leave the voice out, I guess. Bring in the Thought Scour to counter Mystical Tutor. The fucking tech. We need to find some fucking removal here, huh? Oh, this doesn't do anything. They just spend their mana. I guess they don't get to reanimate something, but I'm still just losing my Flage for no reason. It is a little better making sure they can't reanimate something, but not really worth a card. Not really worth a turn. I think I'm going to draw for turn next turn and then spin the top here. Gives me the chance to rip through the reach naturally. Yeah, like that. Maybe everybody's supposed to serve in here. I think everybody was supposed to serve. Then they block a 3/3, and then they're not eating the Rebel, and we have the Rebel to rebuy. Oh, I guess the Emperor would exile the Athari if they ripped a removal spell. Well, anyway. GG! So the Marsh Flats can't get my Surveil land. I feel like there is like a lot of nice filtering in the deck though. Like a shitload of filtering. It's like kind of nice to have Grim Monolith in the opening. Probably gonna give this a keep. Was Pack Rat in my mono black cube? I'm pretty sure. I think I have it in here. Yeah, why would it not be, I think I want to build a version of this cube without the artifact synergies. I think that stuff might have, like, bumped up the power level too high. Maybe made ramp too good. People seem to really enjoy the testing matches for that cube when I uploaded them to YouTube, which is interesting. It's a bummer because I want both those cards. Kind of regret running out the Palantir. It's a pretty fast clock. We're going to play out the top and spin it before our land drop next turn. That way if we find either a white removal spell or a red removal spell, we'll be able to play it. We really need to find one. Either Flame Slash or Swords for the Adeline here. Alright, we just need to do a better job of drawing removal this game. The show and tell seem good, though. Yeah, we don't have a ton of removal. Mind Collapse is a bit expensive. You know, it wouldn't have been useful that game. Yeah, alright. No, they're jumping their curve. Oh, but they're not playing anything. Okay, they're going to flash in a creature, I'm sure. It's a pretty good one. Next turn, I don't think we draw with Library. I think we just, like, double Mana Rock and set ourselves up for the turn 3 or the turn 4 through the Breach. Nice spawn. Yeah, I saw that tea that you linked in the Discord. I almost ordered some of. And they had a couple of other teas that I thought were interesting. But I'm sitting on a shitload of tea right now, so... Next time it makes sense. Oh my god, they're blowing up both my artifacts. I hate it. So now we're not going to be able to through the breach this turn. And if you run out the Fable, the Philia will just blink the Fable token. This has been a dicking. Alright, I guess I... Let's see. So what I want here is... removal spell into... 5th land. Let's give a spin. We don't have either of those. If I'd blind tapped the top, I would have found the City of Traders for Through the Breach this turn. Yeah, Connoisseur of 4 drops with the 9-month sub saying it's baby making time. Yes. Yes, very clever. Not weird at all. Good, good. All right. Yeah, I was hoping to through the reach this turn and, you know, ether one green source and ambush the Philium mid combat, that sort of deal. 7 damage. I'd go to 6. Hey, stop, Tybalt. You return from your greatest arena run ever? Hell yeah. So we know the Atali hit on my end is not very good, and I assume my Atali hits are better than the opponent's Atali hits. They have 5 fucking cards in hand. You think they'd be able to interact with whatever I'm doing at this point? Yeah, maybe I had to hit Atali and hope they had like a Parallax Wave or something. I don't have a sweeper for this shit. Opponent did a good job both games of just like keeping me off my shit, keeping me off my toes while applying a lot of nice pressure. Did Twitch recently make a change that made it shittier to use if you were using a VPN? I think they've kind of always had that. I think that's just been... Oh yeah, we would have hit the Good King Mog. That would have been a great Atali hit mid-combat. Gain a bunch of life. Sit here with top spitting out stuff. Yeah, I regret the Woodfall Primus play. That's alright. I'm probably still going to lose that game, huh? That last hand would have been sweet with multiple lands, I think I'm going to keep this and bin the Wheel of Fortune and just, like... hope my opponent's not a bully. Yeah, I know Twitch doesn't like VPNs because it gunks up their whole system for ads and stuff. Because they use localized ads. This library is just on next turn. So we can like activate and play the Fable. I'm having a pretty good day 7. I played some D&D. I got some hot wings. The weather's real pleasant. Now I'm jamming some Cube, listening to tunes. I hope your day improves. I'm sorry you're having a shitty one. I think I actually prefer Fable here to Palatier. Just went to a bomb whiskey tasting. Oh, yeah. Love it. Exiled my swords. I would like that swords. You got to bottle and wax dip it yourselves. Yeah, that sounds cool. It also sounds like one of those like self-checkout cashier things. Like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if you did the work? It's so neat. Surprise. Yeah, I suppose I want a Mox Diamond. Hmm. What are good King Mog's policies? I think good King Mog gives tax rebates for childhood education. That's the sort of family values the Mog has. Spitting all those 1-2s everywhere. Assistance for our early child care, that's that kind of thing. Also, I think good King Mog is a big fan of public executions, like wholesale, for just about any crime you can imagine. I think it's like that Star Trek area where like they're living in that paradise. They're living in that wonderful paradise, but if you like step on the grass funny or something, they just like straight up murder you. And Wesley's like, I didn't know about the grass. Is they're gonna have a Solitude coming in a turn, so I don't actually want to play my Mog here, I don't think. Yeah, exactly, Tybalt. 50% tax rebates on education, 50% brutal executions. Kind of miss my Palantir now. Palantir pretty good versus Narset. The thing is, like, so the show and tell's the last way to actually get this Woodfall premise into play. We can just cast the damn Triplicate Titan. Thought about giving them the show and tell, see if they cast it. Vindicate in there, nice. Could play and rebuy the Flage to clear Chandra here. But if you want to play the show and tell, then you don't have quite enough colored mana to play the Flage too. Nice. Yeah, them putting a land into play was kind of our best case scenario for that show and tell. If we assume my board doesn't get gunked with, we'd play Mog and Flage next turn. People used to call for show and tell getting banned. The reasoning was if Wizards keeps on like making better and better creatures, it'll always like scale, it'll always be broken in Legacy. The reasoning, like, sort of holds up, but not really. The issue is, they keep printing a bunch of other shit, too. Like, it's not like they only print creatures. It's not like it's the only card that gets better. I'm a little bit worried about the Exile Sweeper. I'm playing the Mog into it. Would be a really nice turn to get it down, though. I'll just play top and pass. But that Logic Flash should be banned, right? Ridiculous. Like I said, it sort of holds. This is a Snap Warp. Nope, they want Ending Unflayed, sure. Perfect. You wonder if Survival is too strong for your Legacy? I don't think it is these days. Legacy's pretty fucked up. There was a while where like, when Deathrite Shaman was dominating Legacy, where people were like, well, Survival wouldn't be very good right now. People would just activate a Deathrite Shaman to exile a Vengevine. And I played like 2 matches, and it was like, yep, tutor 4 Vengevines. Okay, you exile one of them. Take 12. It's just like, okay, this doesn't seem real. It's been a long time since then, though. It's been like almost a decade. And blue-black is like has been the dominant thing for a while. So like giving green a buff wouldn't be the end of the world. I wonder if they're planning some burn spell on the Woodfall here. And then they untap and play a Wrath. Or maybe they're planning on a balance and they just want to get rid of the Snapcaster. Regardless, it seems like I should have attacked first. Is this Toxic Deluge? For 4, okay. Can you do top shenanigans with Moogle? Yeah, it's the same as Monastery Mentor. Or like any other card that triggers off spells. This opponent's Hellbent. They do have this Colonnade, which didn't just serve in. I wonder if they're planning on trading. Just eating the 6 hum. Oh shit, what up? Hey Lazrick, thanks for the 420 bits there. You want to request a tune? You can do that. I'll jam it right after this Advent Horizon banger. The Mog to hidden ability. You think they're going to tutor a dragon? That would be some wild shit. It comes up so very rarely in Vintage Cube. My hand's almost healed up from that huge burn I had. It's kind of nice. Hey, Naughty 21. Holy fuck. How many bits is this? 4,300 bits? That's almost $50, right? I fucking appreciate it. I saw some other people used my factor link in between days. We were at like 22 yesterday. It's way higher than that now. It feels awesome. Feels good. Everyone's being so nice to me. Yeah, I don't think I need to change anything here. Upheaval would be a funny late game plan. The old Upheaval show and tell deck. No turn 1 Ragavan. That's good to see. I would have a rough time against that with this draw. But I think my best cards in the matchup overall are like the card selection, right? The card draw. So we can keep up with other interaction. Find what we're trying to do. I was kind of surprised that Primus went the distance. It seemed like they had a solid amount of like exile removal and stuff. They just ran out. Bam. Alright, here's the Losric Song Request. Should I do a genre guess just based on the album art? If it was just the mountains, I would guess something proggy. But because you've got the visualizer there, the little like thing, that might tip me more towards something more electronic. Not familiar with the artist. It's sometime in February, Outside In. Let's check it out. Oh. Maybe the first guess was closer. Power Metal? No, Power Metal would have like a fucking sick dragon and some knight with a bunch of swords and shit. Or some like absolutely absurd, not serious sci-fi thing. The font made you think Power Metal. Yeah, if you have a metal thing where you can actually read it, it does narrow things down. Oh, what a pleasant baseline there. Oh shit, what up? Hey, literal Lucifer, thanks for the sob. Thanks for 23 months. Cube for the Cube Gods. If I'm not going to cube for the Cube Gods, who's going to, right? Someone's got to do it. We're going to go ahead and bin Wheel of Fortune here. I just don't think we want to cast it in this spot where we've got way more cards. Yeah, this rips. Get their snap reprieve on while they can. Sure. Is there a cube for the Cube Gods shirt? No. It's a good idea, though. And cube is love, cube is life. Would you want cube for the Cube Gods to be like purely text? Opponent's getting some nice damage in, huh? So I get the Mox Diamond and the Marsh Flat, so I could get the Triplicate Titan. Is Triplicate Titan interesting? How are the games today? Pretty good so far. We had a little 2-1, and now whatever this is gonna do. This is game 2 of the. Okay, we're 1-1. This is actually the third round. Wait, is this my only draft of the day? Is this the 2-1? Yeah, last round we got like rolled by fast aggro, right? Is my memory going? Do enough cube drafts, they all start to blur together. Yeah, Leyline Binding's not bad. The Saga is good King Mog. I've been enjoying this one a lot in like this style of deck too. Big fan of overblocking in this sort of situation, so we can gain 4, whereas if you just blocked with 2, you'd only gain 2, right? You're losing the same number of tokens. Hello. All right, well, if we have a 2 on top, they die. Oh, come on, deck. Apparently, the random off the top did indeed cost 2 or more. Yeah, so the way that Narset works with Palantir is your opponent cannot choose to have you draw because you can't draw. So they're just always going to take damage. So Palantir is very good against Narset. Hey, Perfy, thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing that Prime. This is a good spot for me to take